Hey guys! Alright, Goth Gloom here from Goth Gloom Productions. Had a lot of people ask me about the bubble tube, so here it is, the how-to. Gonna get right to it. This is basically a very simple prop. The main ingredients are a couple of these paperclip holders that you get from the Dollar Store. Back to school time, so go down, don't waste time, go down there and find those if you want this look. The second thing you need is a water bottle. I chose the VOSS water bottle. I like this water bottle because it doesn't taper at the top until you pull the cap off. If you look at the way that's set up, it goes all the way to the top, gives you a nice clean look. And it just happens to work out when you pop that on top, it gives you a nice cover and you don't see a taper or anything. It is a little loose. I'll give you an idea for a solution for that. I haven't tried it myself, but we're going to think about it. But anyway, basically, this is what we're going to make. I kind of decided that I wanted to have some bubble tubes for our lab this year, and I worked on the idea for probably a couple of months, going through different ways to put connections on the bottom of it and everything. And I'm trying to hide the mechanism. And what I decided one day while just driving around with Mary was that, why am I trying to hide it? It's not a magic trick. And it dawned on me that it would look cool if I show you how to do it. So basically, I decided to just use a water bottle, and it's plumbed at the top instead of at the bottom. And you can see it just wraps around the bottom. So I'll show you guys how we do it. So the first thing we're going to do is go out to the garage, and we're going to drill one of these. We're going to drill this hole for this piece of 1/2 inch copper tubing. And we're also going to drill right through the top of this. So let's go do that. Alright guys, we're out here in the laboratory. And I've got the plastic bottle. And I've got the top that's already been painted. We already painted it like a copperish kind of antique color. I'm going to take one of these little things that punches holes. And I'm going to turn the cap over. And there's a little divot right in here. You guys see the little thing right there at the top. A little divot right in there. I'm going to shoot for putting it right there. And okay, got my little hole there. And now I'm going to take a 5/8 spade bit, put inside my trusty Makita here. Hold on to this pretty tight. You may want to put this in a vise. Got a little bit of residue in there. Clean out with a knife or something. But it pretty much will now take this copper, and it's a nice tight fit. So that's what we want. And now we'll do the bottom of this. Okay, it's really thin, so it doesn't take a lot. And there we go. So now you have a hole that you can run that pipe down inside of. Just like that. Ta-da! Okay? Now, here's the tricky part. We've got to put the tube inside here too. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little hole right next to that. It's a 5/16 spade bit, and I basically punched a little hole right here. There we go. Put the little hole. That's a little on the sharp side. Okay, so I've basically taken a file. I could probably work on that edge a little more, but for now, that's probably good enough. It's not going to break the tubing, not going to cut the tubing. So we've got a hole for the pipe, and we got a hole for the tubing. And we want to make sure that we do that on the top, and we want to make sure that we also do that on our lid here. That, and there's a place there to put the tubing down. You basically just line that up over the top of that. And whoop, there you go. So that's what it'll look like. So we've got our holes drilled in the plastic cap, and we got our holes drilled in the top of the paperclip holder. So now we're going to go ahead and get the rest of the parts and assemble this guy. What you're going to want is a 1/2 inch of copper tubing, and measure about 1 foot for this size bottle. It's going to depend on what you decide to use for your bottle. We're just going to basically just put this in here and twist this a few times. And voila. You're going to need some copper wire, and copper wire that's important that fits inside the tube. So this is just regular 1/4 inch tubing, and I wanted something that would basically fit inside here and have a little room to breathe, because we're going to use this to pump our air in. So what I ended up doing was went down to Home Depot and I priced copper wire, and it's expensive. So and it was the wrong size. Everything was like way bigger than it needed to be. It was filling up the whole tube that they had. And the guy there suggested, hey, why don't we just, you know, buy some 12 gauge black wire and solid core and strip off the wiring, so, or the sheathing on it. So that's what we did. We basically took this here, I think I bought like 20 feet of it. It was like 49 cents a foot. And we just stripped off all of the black sheathing. So you don't get a video of that because I've done that once. It was a pain. You will work for that, but you get this out of it. So that's probably the hardest part, is stripping this off.